All right, our last example tonight is going to be problem number 7. This is a walkthrough of how to do a checkbook register. You may have kind of gotten a bit of this already from one of the other things that we've done. Oh my goodness, can you tell it's late? I bet you can tell it's late. Okay, so checkbook register. So problem number 7. We have, again, 7 pieces of information, and we're going to put all of this information into the checkbook register. Checkbook register has several columns. The first column is for the number on the check. So this records the check number or the transaction number. I had a tendency to put like debit or ATM in here as well. So I knew if it was something I used my debit card on, or if I took out cash at Quick Trip or whatever, I could put ATM or cash there so that I knew. The date would be the date of the transaction. The description would be what it says, the description of what's going on. This column is for payment. These are dollars and cents. The check you've seen in action if you watched the reconciliation video. The check mark is used when information is shared both with the checkbook and with the bank. The deposit, this would be the column where you put deposits, again, dollars and coins. And then this is your running total. So this last column is where we would calculate after each transaction what our new balance is. So our starting balance is $479.20. That $479.20 goes at the top of our running balance. There we go. Used it, done. Put a check mark, put a light line through it, something so that it's still readable, but you know that you've used that information. All right, part B says on April 7th, 2020, we have a deposit of $766.90. So on 4/7, we have a deposit of $766.90. Notice, because it's a deposit, it goes over here in this column. Only payments would go in this column, so only deductions would come out of this column. Deposit would go here. If I know what this deposit is, I might write that in the description. I could write that either on the first line or on the second line. I will tell you that my first checkbook, I got my first checkbook when I was 12 years old. That would be about the year 1981. So it was quite a few years ago. And as a 12-year-old girl, I wrote very large, rounded handwriting. As a matter of fact, it was about 12, maybe it was a little bit younger than 12. I wanted to change the way I spelled my name from A-M-Y to A-M-I so that I could put the heart above the I. But to make the story funny, what actually happened is I started spelling my name A-M-I with a heart above it, and I went to Catholic school. So the nuns called my mom and told her that there was something going on because I didn't know how to spell my own name. And I went back to A-M-Y. But yes, because that's about the same time that I got a checkbook, I don't like using a single line description on a check register. I prefer to use 2 lines. Now, there may be some of you out there who are about my age or older, maybe even younger a little bit yet, and you use check registers and put everything on 1 line. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with the way that you're doing it. But if you are a newbie to this, just know that you can use a single line or you can use 2 lines. My preference is for 2 lines because I had large rounded handwriting as a child, and that's when I got my first checkbook. So here we go. That means since I used 2 lines, if I knew what this deposit was for, the $766.90. Why would I maybe deposit that? Let's Oh, it's April 7th. So let's say it's a tax return. So I would put on the second line what that was. I don't know that that's what it was for sure. I'm just making that part up as a demonstration. All right. So to keep the running total, we would then take the $479.20, and since it's a deposit, we would add the $766.90 to that. So we're going to add this. It's a deposit, and that would give us $1,246.10. Notice I'm not doing this at the end. This is a running total. If I'm going to go purchase something, I want to know that there's $1,246.10 in my checkbook. I don't just want to see the starting balance of $479. I want to know how much money is actually there. All right, on April 14th, 20 whatever, so 4/14, we did a debit card purchase in the amount of $45.65, and it's a payment, so it goes in the payment there to Mario's for groceries. I would probably put debit out here or DBT so I knew how that money came out of the account. Now, I would take the $1,246.10 and subtract $45.65 to get $1,200.55. Nope, 45 cents. Got my change wrong. $1,245. Yep, that's right. And I used that piece of information. On April 16th, I had an ATM withdrawal, so 4/16. I got a withdrawal at the ATM of $125.00, so I'm going to put my zeros in there. Now, I might put an ATM out here so I knew where I got it. I might put cash out there, something off to the side so I had an idea that it wasn't for a purpose, it was just a cash withdrawal. I wanted some spending money. Then we would take $1,245 and subtract the $125 to get $1,075.45. On April 17th, I have check 1208. So on 4/17, I have check number 1208. Now I can actually put a check number where it says number. In the amount of $870, no change, no change, 870.00 to Howard Properties. Inc., Howard Properties, Inc. for rent. I don't know why I'm paying rent on the 17th, but I'm paying rent on the 17th. So now I'm going to take $1,075.45. I'm going to subtract that $870 so that there is currently $205.45 in that checking account. After that one, on the 21st, I get a payroll deposit of $1,350. So on 4/21, I get a payroll deposit of $1,350. So that's going to be $1,350. Notice again, it goes on the other side in the deposit side. And I'm going to take the $205.45 and add the $1,350 to get $1,555.45. And then on April 27th, I have check 1209. What was it, 4/27? In the amount of $864.40 to Elegant Decor, Elegant Decor, for $864.40 for a new dining room set. There it is, dining room. set. So now I'm going to take the 1,555.45, subtract the 864.40 to get $691.05. And now I've accounted for all the above information here in this check register, practicing the skill and showing that I understand how to fill out a checkbook register. I'm going to leave you to do problem number 8. Problem number 8 is again a paragraph of information. So you will have to suss that out. That's just a fancy way of saying pull out the different pieces of information and fill out the check register accordingly. All right? This checkbook packet does have an answer key. I will make sure it is available on Blackboard, and you can check all of the answers that I've given you here and the 3 that I've left you to do, which is 5, 6, and 8. All right? Thank you.